Now, stress management is a little bit more complicated in the sense that you want to not just be dealing with situation to situation. You kind of want to have a life plan that involves lowering the stress in your life. And so one way to get a gauge on that is to ask yourself basically, how are you doing? And so there's scientists over the years, psychologists, have developed a very simple little quiz, a little test. And it's just a matter of 5 items, and you basically agree or disagree. And these are, in most ways, my life is close to ideal. The conditions of my life are excellent. I am satisfied with my life. So far, I have gotten the important things I want in life. And if I could live my life over, I would change almost nothing. Now, if you rate it absolutely, totally satisfaction with all of these, then you're doing fine and you probably have your stress under control. Most of us aren't quite, we haven't gotten to that level. But what you can do is you can start sort of thinking about making bigger changes in your life. And one of the things we suggest is sort of creating a pie chart. So you look at your current lifestyle and you evaluate how much time are you giving to various activities. Are you giving a whole lot of time to homework, a whole lot of time to work, not much time for yourself, hardly any time for relaxing. Whatever it is, in your case, just make a little pie chart. You've probably used these in other classes. But then what is your ideal? And this gives you a chance to set priorities. Your priority might be that you want to spend more time with your family and friends. Your priority might be that you really need to commit to academics because you're trying to get into graduate school. Your priority may be work because you have to, again, you just need to build up some savings. But if you keep this in mind, if you have a sense of how your life looks and how you want it to look, then you can start working toward it. And as you do that, the thing to keep in mind is that there are we have an entire section on stress management tools. I've talked about breathing, and again, there are many breathing exercises that we describe. But the idea is to always be aware that in any situation, you can use your breath to calm yourself down, get centered, and take the next step. Relaxation is not as simple as it sounds, and so that there are exercises that you may or may not have tried, and they're often tense and relaxed. You sort of get comfortable and you tense a muscle or group of muscles from head to toe, and then you relax them. And it's a wonderful thing to do at the end of the day. It's a wonderful thing to do if you've been in the library studying. Excuse me. It just gives you a chance to let that tension go. Mindfulness has gotten a lot of attention, and there are specific steps, and it involves awareness of being in the moment. And the wonderful thing about mindfulness is that you can do it anywhere. You can do it when you're on the bus, when you're you can do it when you're in the car. You can do it when you walk into a class and you're all scattered and thinking about other things. And it gives you a chance to just be in the moment. What do you hear? What do you see? What do you feel? Again, you combine it with breathing. You can combine it if you're working out with your workout. So it's a wonderful tool to just anchor yourself and reduce the stress level in your life. There are many mind-body techniques, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, and again, these are wonderful ways to just give your body and your mind a chance to relax. And it's also, the health writer in me is going to make a case for walking, swimming, aerobic activity. All of these exercises are a chance to help both your physical and your psychological health. And then there are creative techniques, and that may sound fancy, and you might think, oh, yes, but I don't have time to create sculptures or paintings or whatever. Well, but you can sing in the shower, you can dance it out, and all of these ways of finding expression, ways of not letting stress sort of overwhelm you and turn into something that you obsess about and you're just always worried, always stressed out. So you have techniques, you have tools, and the important thing to remember, though, is that stress is always personal. what stresses me out might not stress you out. It's not going to, what stresses your roommate out isn't going to stress you out. What does stress you out are often the things that matter most. They're often the things that are scariest or that are most intimidating. So what we've done in the book is to provide a whole repertoire, because knowing what stresses you out is the first step, but then using the tools. So you want to go through and build up a toolkit. You want to have a whole array of things that you can do that make sense to you and the ones that work best for you. And as you incorporate them into your life, you aren't going to eliminate stress, but you're going to feel more confident in being able to handle it. You're going to just feel more relaxed, and I think you're going to find also that you're going to function at a higher level. You're going to be happier. You're going to be a better friend and roommate and parent or child or whatever, because you aren't going to feel so frayed at the edges.